Hey everyone, this is Ike saying me down. If this is your first time seeing my face and you enjoy piano tutorials, demonstrations, reaction videos, and now introspection videos, that's a little loud. Definitely consider subscribing. Now, I actually like doing my So Young introspection video. This is going to be in episode 2. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this up and going, but you guys seem to like it, so why not? And this is going to be episode 2. This is going to be Cimorelli, and this is an act that I've literally followed since they first appeared on YouTube when they were a trio, and it was just Catherine, Lisa, and Christina. I bet you guys didn't know that. Some people don't know that it was just originally 3 of them, and then as time went on and the girls got older, they added more members to the band. But this is a sister band. I feel like it's so loud. I like the song, but I don't want to do what we're talking about. Okay, and I'm just going to go down the line. Okay, Christina is the eldest. She's like the leader of the group, like the de facto leader, the head honcho, kind of make sure all the ducks are in a row, in my mind. Once again, all these things that I'm saying are in my mind. Then there's Lisa, and Lisa's kind of like, to me, she's like the kind of like the mastermind, kind of like the brains behind like most of the melodies in the songs. I'm sure it's like a group effort, but in my mind, I feel like Lisa does a lot of like, well, they've even said in the past that she does a lot of like the arranging and stuff like that. Then there's Catherine, and Catherine to me is like the group sunshine. You know how there's always one strangely, oddly happy individual in every situation? Like, not saying she's strange or she's odd, but she would be that bit, like always smiling, always happy, always cheerful, and every circle needs that, you know what I'm saying? Then there's Amy, and Amy's like the peacemaker, kind of like the docile, gentle one. This is the one that rocking one's bold, you know. Then there's Lauren, who is like the introvert, kind of quiet to herself, but when she drops knowledge, she spits facts, you know what I'm saying? Like, when she speaks, she hits you hard. Like, that's Lauren to me. Then there's Danny, and Danny is like the wild one. Not the wild, like, promiscuous one, like the funny one. Always up, kind of doing like random things and stuff like that. Lisa isn't it too, in a sense, but Danny more so to me. And so, what I like about Cimorelli, is that, of course, they're very hands-on. Now, they actually like respond to their comments and to their fans through their Instagram, through their Facebook, individual and as the group, and I really like that because it humanizes them, and to me it shows that, hey, we're not any greater or better than you just because we have 1 point some odd, 2 point some odd million followers on YouTube. And I really like that. I think it makes them stand out a lot from the other acts and, you know, celebrities. And funny thing is, I'm actually going to their concert in Charlotte. I'm going to be to their Charlotte show, and I'm planning on paying VIP because I really want to meet them. I'm really kind of interested to see what our dynamic is going to be like because I'm not the typical Cimorelli demographic. You know, I'm a black guy. I'm in my late 20s. You know what I'm saying? And I like have all the tattoos and stuff. So when you think of Cimorelli, I wouldn't be like the first person that came to mind, you know. But nevertheless, I'm really excited to meet them. I'm really excited to see because they've actually responded to me a few times. They've responded to me on Instagram, and they've even left like comments on my reaction videos that I've done to them. So I'm really excited to see, you know, kind of see them face to face. Now, one thing I do wish about Cimorelli, like, I know that, you know, they're a bunch of Italian white girls and stuff like that. I do wish sometimes they were a little bit more, they weren't always so like diplomatically, you know, try to keep things so diplomatic. I understand why, because they may not feel like they want to rock the cradle, but it kind of makes me feel like I wonder, like, I want to know what their thoughts of on, like, you know, the state of blackness in America. I want to know what they feel about the state of, you know, homosexuality. I want to know how they feel about, you know, other things, you know, and they probably may not feel like it's their fight because, like I said, they're not either of those things that I mentioned. But even if it's just about, like, what do they feel about President Pineapple Head? Like, what do they feel like, you know, around about the Me Too movement? And I think Danny and Lauren, like, to me, they're so wise beyond their years. Like, they're all, like, to me, Danny and Lauren, they're woke. Like, they're wise beyond their years. They woke, you know what I'm saying? And though they don't always say it, like, I can tell by, like, the things that they say throughout their videos and, like, the stuff that they the stuff that they like they comment and say, like they're very beyond their years, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do wish that sometimes they were a little bit more boisterous, but I can understand why they don't want to upset the masses. But I mean, for me, if I was to ever gain that kind of popularity, man, I'm going to own my blackness. I already own my blackness now. I'm going to own my blackness. I'm going to be addressing, you know, how I feel about the Me Too movement, how I feel about how black women are subjected in Hollywood, how I feel about how white women are subjected and portrayed in Hollywood. That's, you know, kind of stuff like that's kind of important to me, and that's why I kind of like, that's a whole nother video, right? So back to Cimorelli, they write their own music, and you know, they got their start out, I think like it was like, maybe it was 2007 to 2009, I don't really remember the exactly, I just remember they just popped up on the YouTube scene with a Gangsta Lean, and they've been here ever since. And you know, they've kind of had like some ups and downs, like they had a record deal, and I think they asked to be released, which I'm so glad, because like the label was trying to make them be like a girl group, you know what I'm saying? Like a girl group, but they weren't like a girl group to me. They were like a sister band. It's totally different. And so I'm glad, and it definitely shows now they're able to be who they want to be. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I really have to say. Is there anything else I want to say? Anything I want to confess about them? Oh, and let me say this. I'm not saying that the girls are ignorant to like social issues and stuff like that. I'm just saying that I wish they made it a little bit, I wish they made it sometimes aware. How can I say this? I wish that they made it known that they were aware more so of the things that were going on, you know what I'm saying? Because if they're fans like myself, older fans, they really, that kind of like grew up with them. Because I think I'm actually older than Christina. I think I'm older than Christina. People like us, like that's important to us as well. And I think there's a way that you can kind of walk the fine line without, you know. Hold on, I think something random's going to play. Let me make sure nothing random plays. Oh, Acid Rain, let me play that. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I think they're going to be around for a really long time. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'm loving how like we know more about them now. Like they're way more candid about things that's going on in their lives than they have been. And I do think that's because of coming of age. And you know, I'm glad they didn't sell out. I'm glad they didn't, you know, put on the skinky tops and, you know, they said no. I mean, I don't know if they said no. I feel like they said no. But what do you guys think about Cimorelli? I mean, we know they're fine musicians, but what do you think about, what do you think about them? You know what I'm saying? Like these Introspect things are not like to talk about their music, but it's to talk about the artists behind the music. And I don't know, do you guys think I'm out of cadence? I feel like I can say, you know. Thank you so much for watching this with me, and I hope you all have a lovely, lovely night.